Hi everyone, welcome again to my channel Forex Pips 108. So now I'm basically starting a new trading journey for myself because I'm done with losses, to be very honest. If I will quickly just switch to my Chrome, just give me a sec. Yep. So if you can see my trading view, I've been making serious losses, as you can see. So definitely there is something wrong with my psychology. On Monday, I'm able to make profits because I return after a break. So but after that, I think my psychology breaks. So finally, I'm not decided to break down my trading journey into just two simple strategies that I will be following, and other than that, I will just not be trading the entire day. So the two strategies that I'm following is basically based on order block, and the second one is basically based on the session kill zone, session manipulation. So the steps that I will be following is, the very first step would be trend identification. So if I will just quickly break down my strategy, the very first step would be trend identification. Once I've identified the trend, either it is bullish or it is bearish, first I will identify a 1 minute time frame. So if I will just quickly break down my first strategy, uh, based on the today's trade that I have taken. So if we will go to 1 hour, you can see that the trend was bearish, right? So the trend was bearish, and it gave a break of structure, and basically it gave a liquidity sweep is what I saw. So I was planning to make a sell trade, but when I came down to lower time frames, I identified that okay, it has given a break of structure, and when I come back to 15 minutes, i I simply followed my order block strategy. First, what I used to do, if earlier I would have taken this trade, I would have taken a sell trade based on saying that okay, as we can see that this is again Asian, and it has swept the liquidity, and also we have a gap down. So market will probably fill up the gap. Was This is how I used to trade back these days, like previously when I was making losses. But now I have finally shrink down my strategy just based on two strategies. One is the order block, and second is the liquidity sweep of the sessions. So as you can see, we have a clean order block, sell to buy, and we have Asian liquidity low. The liquidity got swept out, and in the London session it came down, and I was just waiting on the lower time frame for a bullish confirmation that I could see. Okay, so I was just waiting for a bullish confirmation, and it came down, it swept the liquidity, it was bearish, then it became bullish, and then it came down, it went above again. Like, I was not having any clear bullish signal, like there was no such FVG that was being made, a bullish FVG or an inverse FVG that would have given me a strong conviction. So I was just waiting for it, and after that again, after the London session, when I was seeing this, basically I saw one thing. I saw was a 3 minute FVG that was being uh, getting inverse, that was ready for being getting inversed. So basically, yes, if you can see that we have a downward, and it has given us a beautiful break of structure, and after that it swept the liquidity. So timing matters. The the time when I opened the chart, it was basically somewhere here, and I saw okay, it came down, and I was planning a sell, but then I thought that okay, I will just stick up with my plan of order block. And I saw at 1 minute, if you will go at 1 minute, I saw this order block, right? So basically not an order block but a mitigation zone. I waited for this mitigation zone to just get swept out, and I also saw this FVG at 1 minute. If you can see, this is the FVG at 1 minute, and this was the mitigation block, and this was the time after this mitigation block. I just, when it entered the breaker block, after the mitigation block got broken down, after this it got manipulated, it entered the mitigation block. It is not a breaker block, and I just took the trade, and it just took from here. Now if you will see, at 15 minutes it entered the order block, swept the liquidity, and I entered the trade. And this is basically a great 1 to 15 RR trade, which is still running. So if I will quickly, if you will quickly want to see my trade is running or not, I can just quickly switch to my MetaTrader. MetaTrader, just give me a sec. Restart capture, application capture, retina build, and MetaTrader 5. I don't know why it is not visible. Okay, just give me a sec. Yep, so switching back to MetaTrader, this is the place where I entered the trade after this particular mitigation, after this particular order block got mitigated. I entered the trade. So due to spread, the position got a bit misplaced where it was planned to be punched in, but this is a good running trade which will give me basically 1 is to 14 to 1 is to 15 RR, 14 to 13 RR. Switching back to MetaTrader trading view again. So this is the first strategy. The second strategy that we will be using for our trades will be the session liquidity. Now if I will just quickly show you what the strategy exactly looks like. It is basically AMD model, accumulation, manipulation, and distribution. So we will wait for the Asian session to accumulate, then for the London to manipulate. So yep, this is the accumulation, London manipulated, and we will place just a sell order once we have a sell confirmation in lower time frames, and then planning from here till Asian low. So this was the second strategy. Sometimes when Asian doesn't accumulate, London accumulates, then we will wait for the US session, New York session to show the manipulation, and then we will just plan a sell trade from there. So if we will see here, no, if I will quickly show you an example where, yep, so in Asian session there was no accumulation, but London accumulated. Then before the New York session or at the start of the New York session, there would be a manipulation of the London liquidity, and then we will be having a good 1:4 to 1:3 RR trade. This is the only true strategy that we are going to follow now. And this is the first day of trading the order block, and we are so good, so far so good.